I'm being totally lazy today. I don't want to set my green screen up. So you're getting Ultra 1.0 1.0 before I upgraded. Or downgraded. I don't know what happened, but no green screen today. Yay! Or no. Hi guys, it's Ultra 1.0. How's everyone doing? Good. I hope. I've not done a video like this for ages with my wooden blinds behind, so I don't know if I'm underexposed, overexposed. I don't even know what exposure means. I just wanted to review this fragrance for you. So today I am reviewing Whispered Myths by imaginary authors. There's some kind of mystery surrounding this fragrance in my eyes, and I hope somebody can maybe enlighten me in the comments. I'm sure somebody else knows more than me, but this fragrance has been around since 2017. I think it was only available if you found a particular click button on Imaginary Author's website. But anyway, it's just recently become available to everyone. All of us common folk. Yay. I've always said before, I'm a fan of this brand. I really love them. I like the things that they produce. I love their house style, and I love the backstories. They always have a backstory, they always have an imaginary note. So let me tell you quickly the backstory of this fragrance. So this one's about a guy called Azam Issa. It's set in Paris. He works in his family-run bakery, but he's also a security guard at the Louvre Museum. Wow, the rain just really picked up. So he works part-time at this museum, and it's something loosely based on him going insane a little bit. I guess we've all been there, right? You get overtired, overworked, underpaid, all of that stuff. But the statues and the paintings, they start whispering to him, they start talking to him, and he, I guess, delves into it and goes completely insane and just goes into that world of fantasy. It makes me think of Night at the Museum movie kind of feeling. There is one, I guess, painting or statue that talks to the guy the most, and he's a mariner, he's an old-time mariner. So it prompts the note of a salvaged shipwreck. That's the fantasy note, that's the imaginary thing in this fragrance that's supposed to spark your interest. But the other notes are natural Cambodian oud. It has real Cambodian oud in it, which makes it a higher price point than any of the other line that they have. You have cantaloupe melon, cedarwood, muskdana. Muskdana is another word for muskmallow or ambret seed. It has 3 names. I'm discovering that perfumes, notes and raw materials have so many names. It makes my job really tough. Anyway, muskmallow, muskdana and ambret seed is a plant actually, and it's a way for perfumers to give a musky, animalic feeling to a fragrance without harming an animal. So yay for that. I'm positive about that. That's a good thing. How does this fragrance smell? I have tried this a lot of times on my skin. It's drying here for, I don't know, the 10th time. It's a lot. So let's just spray it on the right. So, okay, I do have an opinion about this fragrance, and I'm going to try and keep my opinion quiet-ish and be more technical, because that's what you need as a viewer of a review. So this fragrance opens up with a fruity oud feeling. I'm calling it frood. It's a frood. It's a fruity oud fragrance, and imaginary authors say that it's like a melon oud. Well, they say there's melon in here, and they say there's oud. There's definitely oud in here, but I want to talk about the fruity nuance first. The fruity nuance in here is, I can only feel that it's melon if I really stretch my imagination and I really push hard and think, yes, that does smell melony a little bit, but something else overtakes in my head, and this is going to resonate, I guess, more with people from England, that it smells like that we have these sweets over here called pear drops. There's also a lollipop called a traffic light lollipop. It's very classic. It's an old school lollipop sweet thing that we eat, and it has this really sharp, syrupy, artificial feeling, and I get this immediate hit of pear drops. That's what it smells like, as opposed to melon. They do say it's cantaloupe. It's not a watermelon-y type thing. It's like a very high-pitched synthetic melon type feel, but in my head, because I'm English, it smells like pear drops. So if anyone English watches this, which I hope you do, because hey, it smells like pear drops at first. Pear drops with an immediate whack of oud. And I only need to kind of break down the oud part of this fragrance as well, because it is, I guess, the crux of the whole fragrance. The oud in here isn't a typical Arabian oud, it's Cambodian oud. It's not, when I say Arabian, it's not the oud that you would find in a lot of Arabian designed fragrances. It's more medicinal, this one. It's rough. And I also want to say, I always say first off, but I've already said loads of stuff, haven't I? Tons. It's first off point in my head. That's where I go. The house style of Imaginary Authors is so strong. It's such an apparent house style. I say it in every single video of theirs that I review. Every single fragrance by them, I always mention the fact that Imaginary Authors have a very distinct house style. Because I've smelled a lot of them, I can feel their house style immediately. If you've never smelled it, it is one of a dusky, woody, almost like scratchy, pointy type smell. Everything they have, even if they have a fragrance that's centered around cream, like Yesterday Haze, or even around vanilla, Yesterday Haze had a dusky feeling to it. Memoirs of a Trespasser, although it's a vanilla, it has oak in it. They favour this rough, musty type scratchy feeling that's just the centre of, or the core, or the dry down of all of their fragrances. And with this one, I feel like I'm already there when I've sprayed it. I feel like there's no time to reveal anything else. I don't really feel honey at all. I really, really wish that honey was more prevalent in the fragrance, because it would have brought an interesting facet, another interesting facet to the fragrance. I'd have loved a gloopy, syrupy, floral honey added to what this is. And what it essentially is a brief blast of this synthetic melony thing that I just describe as pear drops, and then you're straight into this rough dry down that I get with a lot of Imaginary Authors fragrances. The cedarwood almost champions the oud a little bit, and it makes it feel like pencil shavings with the tiniest bit of oud in there. It's like the oud drop that's in there enhances the cedarwood even more. So it's essentially super, super forefrontly woody. That's what it is. With all of the tick boxes of Imaginary Authors. Dusky, scratchy, dry, woody fragrance. And I feel like I missed a lot of the other notes, and I wish that they had revealed themselves more. So I'm personally disappointed by it, especially because it was a mystery and it was fun, and I was, what is this whispered myths? And I loved the story. I just honestly feel like there are so many better offerings from the brand. They have so many, like Soft Lawn, Yesterday Haze, Cobra and Canary is amazing. This one, and if I'm going to be really, really harsh, and I don't like to say negative things that much, I feel like this might have been Imaginary Authors' attempt to produce an oud fragrance, because oud is the trend that will not disappear. It won't go anywhere. We can't get rid of oud. It deserves its own place on the fragrantical. Oud deserves its own place on the fragrant wheel. You have floral, oriental, chypre. Oud needs to have its own little section of pizza. It really, really does. The fruity part of it does disappear after about 15 minutes, I would say. And then the fragrance to me just flatlines. It doesn't really go anywhere else. It's just so strongly their signature that I guess I was expecting something else. But if you like oud and you like dusky dark woods and you like a tiny bit of fruitiness, but mainly if you like cedarwood, as a note, I would suggest you try this. For me, I'm gonna have to pass. That's my honest opinion, and I don't like doing that because I love the brand, but I just feel a little bit empty after smelling this. I just wanted a bit more. I wanted more honey, I wanted more melon, I wanted fruity, juxtaposed, weird oud, and it just feels mainly kind of woody. And the shipwreck thing works, the whole mariner storyline thing, but Other than that, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm out on my logo. Click my logo down there to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon for another review. Goodbye.